Come right there, do a live thing, come right back. Right. He's set up, so I'll just dial and call you. We would tease after.
No, I'm gonna try to get that side in.
Okay. I just floated it, but she said she's ready for it.
Okay.
Regardless.
I just want to make sure, because I know she's only under 20.
I don't think we're gonna get it, because it's winter's first, right?
Yeah.
How long do these pressure go?
Tell Rosie to stop asking questions and then we can get that one done first.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, then I will.
After her.
Fiance
just wants to stay title.
His play calling was very, very questionable.
You should say it to them.
I will. To her.
Do you want me to call you? What do you think about cutting it from I'm just thinking options.
Let's see what it says.
That was not it.
How's life been good?
Yeah, things are great. Yeah. We haven't really talked since February, have we?
Yeah.
So maybe since we had common alien there were some temperature issues out in the peninsula after doing the first hit. There was a more on that rock. He went to the
Yeah, spiritual weapon coming off. So, this is, you know.
Costa. She just got the Wi-Fi code again.
Hey, Chris. I wasn't. Pretty sure mine doesn't get washed last night. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I saw one TikTok, one of the videos on TikTok, and I was seeing
Yeah. Actually, I can see your real story. That's where I was. I'll look there yesterday. I'm not good at that. Yeah.
We're all the way down on the other end. Yeah. You don't have to roll on Montgomery Catholic. They're good one person. Just Moody.
I'll tell you what, you can get a soundbite from Jake Davis, flip it, get it on air, I'll buy you one.
On the thing. Is it on the tripod though? The camera, did you plug it in? Okay, cool.
I know now.
Thank you,
So,
Jay.
let's go with friendly competition. You can flip.
You're taking it off. It's still gonna go. Put it up on the top. You see where it's I think it's still gonna
Really
be.
proud of that boys how they played it, you don't know.
We can still scoot one over. You can still scoot one over to this. I think it's still gonna look the same on the other side. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to see because I'm one still uneven. This is all the pieces. So, who's going here? And this is. No. And then, what? Like it.
I know, causing all sorts of ruckus.
Okay. That.
I got some of it down. No, I was not down. No, I was on the way.
There's a bin right there.
Yes. No, I'm one. You're one.
Jerry left.
We saw it. Yeah, we saw it. You didn't.
Nice try. Dude, they stopped immediately, like, check, but Anna doesn't even have, like, mine's
My dad
Andy's
does it,
weird.
so you can see mine.
She doesn't even have it.
Right, I don't even know where we are. Oh my God.
That's awesome. That's the biggest stress in life.
Stop, make it stop.
Sin here. Amen. Krista.
Okay, folks, you gotta have some room now, okay?
We'll see. Positive. Positive.
Broken.
We'll go to you.
We've got Kingston here, Camden, Costa, Coach, Giovanni, and you go by Charlie.
Yes, sir. Charlie.
We need to have a chair. We're gonna,
Yeah.
No, we're good off the.
Hey, slide down.
Sit down, I'm good.
Okay, we got enough chairs. You slide one chair.
Pull it up to you.
Yes, sir. You guys, when you ask to speak, we should have taken the mic to you, okay? You get everybody, is everybody settled? Okay, first off, I want to introduce the 2024 Class 5A State Champion Catholic Knights. Congratulations, Coach and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Make any open comments you want to make, and then we're going to open up for questions.
Yeah, Gail, I'm Montgomery Advertiser, Bo Starkley, who've been with us covering us for a long time, so thanks to those guys, and thank y'all for being here.
Questions for Coach or player?
I wanted to ask Giovanni and you a question,
Okay.
but I want him to answer first.
Yeah, that's fine.
But just, can you talk about the journey you had to get here? I mean, you were kind of overlooked last year, and then as we keep going deeper into the playoffs, you do more and more and more. Now you're the MVP of a state championship game. How's that feel?
Journey's been tough, but it's been a wild ride, and truly blessed to just always shut out the noise and just bolt.
Other questions? We'll go back here.
He said he wanted me to answer the question as well.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm proud of him because that's what Catholic football looks like. His freshman year and sophomore year, he sat behind a kid that's at Auburn, Jeremiah Cobb. In his junior year, he finally gets an opportunity, and he gets hurt. And then Josh Griffin steals the show, and he never once complained, never once came and sat in my office. He just showed up every single day, picking up weights and doing the little things, showing up on time. And nobody knows he was hurt at the beginning of this year too. Had to have some shots and stuff in his hamstring. And when he came back, game three, it was on and popping.
Kirk, the senior class only lost 2 games over 4 years. Just describe what it means to them to end with a win.
It feels so good. This is my senior class. They were freshmen when I took over the head coaching program. We set lofty goals that we thought were unreachable, and they're right here in front of us, man. You know what God has for you, no man can break. And these guys work. They don't ask questions. They just show up. And, of course, football is, I feel like the things we do shapes these boys into young men. And we got a great coaching staff that believes in what I tell them, and they go out and make these boys believe in the bigger picture, which is not themselves. And so I'm so super proud of them.
We got a question over here, Coach.
Hey, Coach. First off, congrats on the win. You've been around this program a little while. Just what was the identity of this group as opposed to others you've been a part of?
We talked about it in chapel. I'm glad you asked that. I think they all sit here and tell you unselfish. Our punter spoke, and we were in chapel today, and what he said was spot on. It's just sometimes you got to do the tough stuff that nobody wants to see, and whether it be being a backup last year and only getting so many carries and rushing for 500 yards, or being the guy this year where you got to go win the game for us in the fourth quarter. It looks different in all phases. I'm super proud of them boys for not, we live in a want to right now world where you can get anything you want right now. You can order some on Amazon and be here before you get home. So, sometimes it don't work like that in life. You got to work for it. You got to work to get it.
Coach, you just had that smile. I don't think it's left your face. Just what does this one mean to you? And then for the players, just to go back to back, what does that mean for you guys?
It means a lot. It truly does, because we read all the posts, we read all the comments, we see all the stuff, and that's not something we get into it talking about it. We post it in our group me, and we talk about it amongst ourselves, but we're not out here talking. I just think that our coaching staff takes a hit, because I read a lot of different things, but we coach our butts off, and these kids, they show up and they work their butts off, and I'm uber proud that they allow me to coach them the way we do and how hard we are on them. But it tells you what kind of relationship we have with our kids. They'll be the first one to tell you. They know when that door shuts at 6:55 on Monday, it's go time. So proud of them, man. Back to back is like Cody Hodgins said something last year at the state championship in Chapel, where his dad coached 50 years. Went to 3 state championships and never won one. And I went home and I was like, oh my gosh. So to have the opportunity to play in 2 as a head coach and win both of them, and it's life changing. Honestly, I've never wanted to do anything else but coach.
You players, you ask y'all what it means to y'all.
Well, I'll say going back to back is like a blessing. Like with this group, I knew we were special from the start. Like program, we brought it to the standard, and that's something Coach Jay has asked from us from the start. And us being his first freshman class, and I mean it was built into it. So the standard was just something that we knew from the start, and all we had to do was get everybody else to buy in with us, and then we get results like this.
Any of you other guys got a comment?
It's truly special. Go out this way and leave a legacy.
Talk about it, man.
Okay.
Coach, at that point in the second half, when Moody won that 14-point run to tie it up, before you found your footing, at that point, what are you telling your players or your team? And I think more importantly, what are you telling yourself?
To be honest with you, our program was kind of built for that moment. So we made the state championship a couple of years back, and we were playing Fife, and we went up. And I remember looking across at Fife, and they were not phased at all. And that's just kind of how we were. I mean, if we didn't come to this game thinking it was going to be a blowout. We knew it was going to be a four-quarter game. And what better way to get a big defensive stop, because we relied on the defense heavily, and then have to run the football to win the game. That's scripted. And I do want to say this too. Hats off to Jake Gaines. I don't have a lot of heap of friends in this coaching world, but when you get one, you hold on to him. I've known Jake forever, and he has done a tremendous job with his program. Those kids played hard. They are downhill. They are tough. They're everything you want in the program. I call him a brother, so hats off to him as well. Sorry I didn't say that earlier.
Coach, you kind of took it right out of my mouth, but I was going to ask you what your relationship is like with Coach Gaines, how long you've known him, and what it was like preparing for his team.
So I think I've known him since like 1998 or something. We've known each other for a long time. He went to Chelsea, I went to Shelby County. I think, to be honest with you, it was kind of rough this week because we talk all the time, all the time. They'll tell you. I'll reference some of the things he'll say about us, and it was just kind of weird. But brothers fight. So I knew going in this was going to be a fight. I just wanted to make sure I was standing at the end of it.
JP, can you just take us through the game-winning kick, the emotion, and then being the guy that pushed you guys to the championship?
Well, you just got to take one kick at a time. Just lock in. And yeah.
Were your toes as cold as mine?
Hey, were your toes as cold as his?
Yes, sir.
He's a man of few words.
Other question.
Just Kurt, can you just talk about the resiliency of your team and then JP making the game winner?
I wish I could sit here and tell his story, but I'm not going to right now because we don't have enough time. It makes you want to cry, seriously. It's one of the ones you want to cry. JP's family is actually overseas right now, so shout out to his family. I hope they got to see that game. You better make me cry up here. But we believe in him. We believe in this kid. As soon as football season ended last year, he went right to kicking on the football field. He's a soccer guy. He went right to kicking on the football field, and I'd pull up, or stay late, and he'd be out there kicking, trying to perfect his craft. And so when you talk about the want to, he has it, the want to. And each day he gets better. Each day he shows up. He went to a kicking coach like fourth round of the playoffs or something just to tweak some things. So that tells you what kind of kid he is, and super proud of him. Well, you got everybody crying.
Coach, talk about your staff, man.
On,
you talked about Cody, Jimbo, Jeremy. Talk about those guys.
One of the best staffs in the state of Alabama. I'm not going to say we're the best staff. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. We got the best OC in the game, Cody Hodgins. He does a great job. The attention to detail he has is amazing. Then we have Jim Chappell, our O-line coach. You got to be an O-lineman to understand O-lineman, and he is one of them. Came back and got on our staff, love him to death. He's like a son to me. Of course, you all know Jeremy Johnson is our quarterback coach. He does a tremendous job. I think Kingston would be the first one to tell you that he gets fussed at by three people at all times. He gets Jeremy, he gets Cody, and he gets myself. He's the one player that gets everybody. And then the defensive staff, myself, our D-line coaches, Billy Lockhart, he makes me a better man every single day. They can't find a better person. Our linebackers coach, Trey Wilson, does a tremendous job. And then new to our program is Sawyer Kendricks. And then, of course, our special teams coordinator is a former Bama player, Chandler Avent. So I'm proud of those guys. And man, I don't think I'm the easiest to work for because we demand so much ecstasy. And I think they continue to make me better as these players do.
Kirk, just to do this with a freshman quarterback, what did that mean to you and your team tonight to see Kingston out there making plays? And for Kingston, I want you to answer the same thing, just being in that big moment in the big-time game.
You want him to answer first?
What was that like tonight? I'll have you answer first.
Okay. It feels great. I mean, uber talented, but he was just an eighth grader doing eighth grade things. And I think we quickly try to remind him that you can't do that. And thanks to the guys around Head Gooder, J.J. Williams, it does help you kind of settle in. And we have an offensive line like we do. So I think he'd be the first one to tell you that they helped him grow. And then he became his own. He ain't been a freshman in a while. I tell him all the time. You can't be no freshman no more. That's over with. So his poise and the way he acted tonight truly showed that he might be a sophomore now.
Go ahead, Kingston.
Just coming in the off season, put my head down in January, grinding, working with the OC Coach Hodgins, working with him, getting all the plays, knowing the formations and stuff, going to the spring, putting ROA routes on there with my guys, and then summertime coming in, like just coming in and the season before season injury and just bouncing back and just winning it off.
So I'm gonna come in what he just said. So we go through the whole summer, spring with him being the starting quarterback. We get to week 0 on Tuesday and he breaks his hand. So he missed the first five games with a broken hand, and we had to play J.J. Williams. We had to play J.J. Williams at quarterback, and so that just tells you the resiliency. Because then we set him for 3 weeks because we didn't let him just come back, and he was itching and clawing to get back in. I think he made his first start. I don't know, Carol Ozark. So week 6, 7, or whatever it is, and then he took off and ran with it.
Coach, we're gonna get one more question, then let y'all go celebrate.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, wanted to ask you right quick if you can kind of go back to your mindset and how it was explained to you. The play you stopped him apparently, and then it had to be replayed, and then you challenged it, and then it had to be played.
I would prefer not to really talk about the situation. So.
Well, with that, Coach, let's go celebrate.
Let's go celebrate. Hey, thank y'all. Go Knights. Go Knights.
Hey, go Knights. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Great job, guys. These cards for y'all. These cards for y'all.
We don't know. He said the ball was fumbled, so therefore it was a first down.
But then he said it was inverted. I was like, man, I don't know. I've never heard of anybody replaying a down.
That's why we had to ask. Thank goodness, Coach. It don't matter right now.
Yeah, well, and of course Tim Gale's going to be the one asking that.
You did great on that question. I can possibly, but they're just like everybody else. They're heading in different places I can call him.
Never seen a replay a down like that.
Well, they can replay it down if they think it's an inverted whistle of some sort. It's called before the play starts. Well, that's the rule, and that's fine. I don't know what the actual Is it Luke? Is it not Luke? What's the new boy's name? Is it not Luke Meadows? Cameron Meadows. Cameron, I'm sorry. Luck Cameron. I just want that.